From the Grandchester Mystery Mansion in Nuka World to the witchcraft museums of wizardries, and even in the deepest depths of Dunwich Barriers, Fallout 4 and its places is just as unsettling and horrifying as it is post-apocalyptic. Know I mean? So let's embark on a new horror quest mod and try and solve the mysteries of the cursed mansion. Nah, I mean. So our journey starts at Vault 111, and the Pip-Boy picked up some activity in this location somewhere north of Vault 11. Nah, I mean. So let's proceed to the location. Now, the activity will pick up on your bottom compass thingamajigger there at the bottom as a form of like a witch hat. So I'm just gonna do a little jog to that precise location. And yeah, there's that little hat, witch hat activity on the radar there at the bottom. So we come across a motorcycle and a deceased corpse. Okay, let's see what happens if we activate the motorcycle. This motorcycle is okay. Now let's check this fucking skeleton. Nah, I mean, there's a letter. Biker's note. Okay, found some creepy mansion in the woods. Looks deserted, probably just a few ghouls. Okay, so long story short, after reading the note, we basically could use the motorcycle to teleport to this location. So yeah, I just ominously and quickly made my way down this path. And I stumbled upon some sort of black wolf. Nah, I mean. So the dogs kept duplicating. Nah, I mean. And I thought there has to be something more here, because obviously the dogs are like taken over by demonic forces or some shit. Nah, I mean. But we found the solution. Didn't see them coming, but the light got the light. And there's a wolf, a black one. He comes out every hour. I hide at the bus stop, he's so fast, but he vanishes after 2 minutes. Just fucking disappears. Oh shit. Okay, so I needed to find a way to chill out until these wolves disappear after 2 minutes like the letter described. Nah, I mean, so I climbed this bus stop and just chilled on top of the bus stop for like 2 minutes. So yeah, now I guess we can enter the gate and pursue this quest further. Nah, I mean. Okay, now something tells me I should head to the right first past this truck. And that's not because this is my second playthrough. This is the first time I'm playing it. Nah, I mean.
Liar!
Okay, so it appears we need to find a key for this barn. Okay, so the letter read something about some workers coming out here to cut some trees down, and instead of sap, blood poured out. Nah, I mean. Now something tells me the key must be in one of these waste depository systems. Now this garage didn't hold anything of much significance. Nah, I mean, it's just a place to refill on some loot and yeah.
Yes.
Nah, I mean, so we're just gonna proceed and continue with the journey. So as I approached the mansion, I heard a faint sound of some sort of nursery rhyme through the woods, and I followed it. Nah, I mean. And then after that weird encounter, I respawned and then I just made my way straight to the cursed mansion. Okay, so we have a house key next to the telephone as we come in. Know what I mean? So that security note warned not to follow the music box, but I guess I already did that. And also something about the reflection in the water that you're not supposed to be looking at. Okay, so we found a bedroom key on a large table in the third room. Know what I mean?
Don't have the key.
Okay, now the basement key has to be somewhere. We just found a servant's key on the rack there. The locals became completely obsessed. The cook started adding earthworms and insects to his food. He yelled incomprehensible words and attacked anyone who deviated from the daily routine. I ordered him tied to a bed, dragged out to the lawn behind the fountain, and burned alive. Let it serve as a deterrent so the rest won't share his fate. Their God is not here, and I am not afraid of. Nah, I mean. Okay, so we have the church key.
That's it.
Now, that ghost that I just got jump scared by, don't shoot her, she will become hostile and she'll just chase you all over the map. So just don't shoot her. Nah, I mean, now we're just gonna head to our next location, which is clearly a church because we have a church key. And let's go there. Now that was actually a scary ass fucking sequence. I mean, nice and thought out. Followed up with the guy just randomly standing outside there. What the fuck? Nah, I mean, but anyways, we have the basement key, and we obviously have to head back to the mansion and see what else we have to do. Nah, I mean. Okay, now the basement is in the kitchen, and I think yeah, let's head to the kitchen and into the basement. Okay, now there has to be something here that we need for something. So let's try and find that something somewhere. Know what I mean? Okay, so we found an unknown key. Okay, now I read somewhere that there was a hidden button or contraption underneath the desk that opens a hidden doorway. And I know exactly where to find that, so let's go find that. Nah, I mean. And my intuition tells me that that skull room on the second floor has a hidden doorway or something, because it just feels like a room that has a hidden doorway. Nah, I mean. Okay, so yeah, anyways, we have two skull balls, one that we found at the church and one we found in that secret room, and we activated that vase there and it had another one, so that's three. And I bet you that fourth one has something to do with the unknown key. So there's a room here in the attic that I couldn't open, so we just head to that room and yeah, we got the fourth skull ball. I mean, now for me, this cursed lady NPC thing became hostile, and I just full ran away from it, and it didn't follow me out of the house. So yeah. let's move on. I mean, okay, now for our next objective, there'll be like a little cabin in the woods. Now there's not much of interest. It'll just be like 3 notes we can read for some more lore of the place and of this like story that's happening. Now I mean, so we're gonna head straight for the maze where the quest will reach its conclusion. Now I mean, so that duplication dogs will show up again, and don't damage them. Just run away from them. They will disappear within like 2 minutes. So we're just gonna randomly just run through this maze, and you will eventually find like this lion thing where we're gonna put all those skull things down. Now remember that map we found under the bed? We're gonna need that to move through this labyrinth. So if we move in the wrong direction, it's just gonna send us back. So we need to move in according to the right path in order to get through to the path. And all I did was follow the right path, and I made it out. Nah. Okay, so the path leads us to a choice. Either we follow the rabbit hole down to the matrix, or we follow the hole. It's not the spoon that. So to the left is the right hole, and we go there, and we begin to fight the boss, Nami. Okay, so we're gonna need something to penetrate this demon. So we're gonna grab some clothing on the altar, which we don't need, but we do need this knife. And 12 hits will kill the demon. Now the fight won't be easy, so I suggest you take some radiation aways, some rad X's, and make sure you have enough stim pack so you can spam heal yourself. And yeah, let's kill this demon, I mean. So yeah, finally there's an escape tunnel leading towards the church. Okay, let's just double check if the ghouls chase us. So yeah, it's just a nice quest to scratch that problem solving itch. Now I mean, just to get your spook on. There's not much reward at the end. You get a dress, a creepy dress, and a knife. But yeah, like usual, if you like the video, please comment.